Got some mats that we need to pick up. This is everything that's left. I already trashed out half of the stuff out of here, which was like about 14 bags of trash that I had to fill up. You got all this right here. You got headboards and stuff. You got 2 mattresses. You got some stuff right here behind the door. You got some stuff in here, behind here, on the counters there. We got everything trashed. So right here, pretty much in bags. Everything's trashed out of the bathroom. We just need to grab this suitcase and the shoe and bring it into the living room. Grab my trash can. And I had trash bags when I got to this point. So I didn't have any more trash bags, so I had to go grab more. So we got mattress and box springs, all this, all that, all this right here. Gotta get all that trashed out and everything. But here's the problem. All right, the dumpster guy hasn't arrived yet, and yeah, he hasn't arrived yet. And the dumpster, as you can see, is completely packed and overflowing. The supervisor for maintenance, the maintenance supervisor, which is not a supervisor, he's just a lead. He's the lead of this property, not supervisor. His upper person is actually the supervisor of the apartments. He's got like 5 or 6 properties that he supervises in the area, in the city. So he's the supervisor, but my person is the lead. He's not a supervisor, but he wants to bitch and complain because he scheduled somebody to come in and do the carpet and paint the walls because he thought that this was already completely trashed out when I'm doing this by myself. This is half of the stuff that's left. It's completely like, most of this right here was in that back bedroom right there. 3 bags right here were all in the refrigerator. Refrigerator was completely almost packed. The next one is going to be completely packed, and stuff was falling out the next trash out. So we got to grab all this stuff, all that, work on this by ourselves because the other guy wants to say that, oh, you got, how many hours you got? When did you get started? I got started on Monday. Got everything into the living room, put in bags and everything bagged up. What I couldn't put in bags, I tossed it into the pile. Tuesday, I came over here on the last 2 hours that I had, and I grabbed all the bags that I could and trash out of here. The dumpster was completely full on Tuesday. Wednesday, the guy came and dumped the dumpster, but I knew it was going to be Thanksgiving on Thursday and Black Friday. All right, so the dumpster couldn't have all this right here in there with all that trash. All right, you have Thanksgiving Day and Black Friday, and then you have the weekend. I was gone over the weekend. We have Thanksgiving off, paid holiday. I asked for Friday off, which is Black Friday, and I went on vacation. And then we had Saturday, Sunday off. All right. I told the manager I was only able to take out half of this stuff on Tuesday. She said, okay, I need you tomorrow to clean out the front pool because it's looking green and there's a bunch of duck poop and stuff around it and inside of it. So I did my normal route. I took all the leaves out of the back pool. That took me an hour and a half to scoop all the leaves out the back pool. I finished my groundskeeping and everything. I went to lunch. All right. By the time I went to lunch, it was 2:00 in the afternoon. All right, I come back from lunch at 3. And I went straight to go and clean the front pool and vacuum the front pool out because we need the pool to look nice and clean for tours and stuff. When people come to look at the apartments, the pool needs to be cleaned and look nice. That's what I did. So I left all of this here. I'm doing this by myself because he's not helping and the other guy's not helping. But he wants to have an attitude and come at me for him scheduling painting and carpeting in a trash out that's not trashed out completely yet because I haven't had the time. I've only spent a day and a half on this. Day and a half gathering everything up and trashing what I did out of the apartment. All right. Never touched it on Wednesday. Went to vacation Thursday all the way up until today. I came back from vacation. All right. He thought that this was completely cleaned out. So he scheduled something without coming over here and checking for himself and making sure that it was completely trashed out before you schedule something and waste people's time. All right. Then you want to come at me saying, how many hours do you got in a day? How many hours do you got in a day to do stuff? I had the same, if not less, time in the day than you do. All right. So we're going to put our gloves on and we're going to set y'all over here on top of this thing right here, facing towards the door. So if or when somebody comes around the corner and everything and asks you, what are you doing and everything, I'm going to tell them I'm trashing it out. You want me to trash something out and everything because you scheduled stuff without talking to people and making sure things are trashed out and everything. You know, you want to schedule things without talking to people is what it is. Schedule stuff without talking to people and finding out things. Then you want to get upset, angry, pissed at people because they do certain things. And they do all this by yourself, for one. All right. You know what I have to do? I literally have to take all this stuff, toss it on the ground. There's literally glass in each one of these bags, which toss it on the ground from the second story here. It will break. It will fall on the ground and break. All right. Once again, this has been going on since the 3rd month of me starting here. After the 3rd month, nobody helped me do any trash out. Do every single trash out by myself. We've had 3 trash outs that were almost completely bad to the point where you need to wear a hazmat suit and everything to get everything out of the apartment. One had roach droppings, rat droppings, and a bunch of other stuff. To the point where it's so bad that you can't even walk anywhere or touch the wall without having to burn gloves or anything. Had to drop it at the bottom of the staircase. What I'm going to do with all this, I'm going to toss it at the bottom. The same spot. Assistant manager is the one in charge today, and quite frankly, she doesn't have the experience being a supervisor, manager. Yeah, she doesn't have the experience managing people. Whatever was in that bottle just exploded. The bottom bag hit the bottom. Well, that bag just completely exploded the whole bottom. The whole bottom of the bag just exploded in that bag. I'm not sure, but I think I might have heard the dumpster guy. Yeah, because it's overflowing, he had to take a picture of it, and he's finally here. So he's finally here, which means I can actually take that, completely fill up the dumpster, completely. Never mind the fact that you might have to call somebody to come back over and re-empty it again, because it's completely full, and it's gonna literally look like it's been dumped. Since last Tuesday. It's going to be completely packed. Sorry, guys. So we're trying to finish this trash out here. We got all this stuff in front of us. Right now, I'm supposed to be over here. I'm supposed to be actually doing the property and picking up the trash off the ground and everything. But I can't do that right now, because I'm doing this. If somebody wanted to schedule something without doing their job right and everything, you want to do your job and check to make sure things are actually what do you call it? Trashed out completely. You want to do your job and check to make sure that it's completely trashed out like it should be before you start scheduling trash and stuff, or people painting and stuff like that. Waste their time, waste your time and the other person's time that you're yelling at. Never mind the fact that you don't lift a finger to help that person. You just want to belittle them and talk down to them with an attitude because you have no personal skills. It's also the reason why half the apartment complex doesn't like you as a maintenance guy. What I've heard and everything from people complaining that leave job half done for several hours after starting it. And don't finish it. Other people have complained that their washers and dryers got messed up when you were changing a hot water heater and everything. Change a hot water heater and completely fry the electric washer underneath the water heater where it's connected. I know it's kind of a slow, boring video for some people. Sorry, guys. Half y'all don't want to watch this. Some y'all do want to watch it. I don't have time right now, but I am still recording it for y'all, live streaming it. I can, with no help. If somebody wants to get on you having no help, and tell somebody one thing and they don't know the full story. They just assume, they assume. The biggest word there is they ass, as in they assume with their ass that you're done with certain things. And you never said that you're done with anything. They assume with their ass and everything. Want to assume stuff, might as well. Go ahead, right ahead. Doesn't mean that it's going to be right because you assumed that was the case. What I'm doing with all this right now, I'm tossing it at the bottom of the stairs and everything. Once I'm done with that, I'm going to take y'all and show you what is going on, where it's at, and see the pile. That's what I'm going to start doing from now on when I do a trash out. When I'm gathered up all the bags and everything, I'm going to literally start throwing them outside the door into a pile instead of putting it right here in the living room, which is the biggest space that I can without having to go up and down stairs. When it's on the second floor like this, I'm going to toss it right there, bottom of the stairs where hardly anybody goes. All right. Then I'm going to take a picture of it. And then I'm going to tell everybody it's done. It's completely trashed out. Go ahead. I just need to go over here and pick up the whole pile off the ground. What I'm doing right now is making it easier for myself instead of having to go up and down stairs. But I still have to go back over there and clean up everything off the ground. But at least I don't have to go up and down stairs. I don't have to walk up and down the stairs anymore at this point. That's why I asked the manager on Tuesday, is anything scheduled? She said, no painting or anything has been scheduled with me. Which means probably most likely on Friday, when everybody came in and everything, he asked about it. She most likely didn't remember that I said that I only got half of it because it was 2 days later on Black Friday and everything. So he made the assumption that from what he was told that it was cleaned out and everything, and then today he gets pissed off because it wasn't. And he went over here with the other person to check Then he gets pissed off because it wasn't and everything. And he comes to me and asks me, why wasn't it done? I was told that it was done. Well, apparently you didn't do your job right because you didn't check to make sure like you're supposed to before you schedule stuff. That's what a normal manager, a normal actual person does, checks behind somebody to make sure that it is done. A normal manager makes sure that everything is clean, put away, everything's right for the next day or right for the scheduling. Not yell at you because they didn't go over there and check after you to make sure that it was done and to see what all needed to be done after that. If you don't check behind people to make sure things are done, you don't know. That's not a good supervisor. Then you want to threaten that person. Oh, I'm gonna call my supervisor and tell him that you ain't doing your job. You want to threaten people at that point. Okay. Go ahead. Try to threaten people. See how that goes for you. You want to threaten people. You can threaten people back too. You want to go to your supervisor, I can go to his supervisor. I have his phone number. I have that manager's phone number. Don't think I don't. You want to complain about stuff and everything? Okay, go right ahead. Let's see. How long have I spent over here? Because I literally started the video. Been over here for 30 minutes now. Tossing stuff only to the bottom of the floor. If I was going up and down the stairs all the way to the dumpster, it'd be probably twice as long. Because there'd still be stuff right here instead of at the bottom of the case. I'm doing exactly what the other guys do when they have 3 porters. They have 3 porters and they do this right here. I'm just 1 porter and I usually take the whole thing to the dumpster once I got everything into a pile. The apartment complex across from us is twice the size of ours, if not 2.5 times. They got 3 or 4 porters, 2 make-ready guys, and 1 maintenance assistant and a maintenance supervisor. Here we have 1 lead, 1 maintenance assistant, no make-ready, and then me as the porter. I'm the only one that does all this. Oh, wait, not to mention, I couldn't go and leave on Tuesday. Not only did the pool, they also had me go and pass out notices, which is my job to do, is pass out notices. But they give it to me in the last 30 to 40 minutes of the day, which I had to stop the trash out doing this, pass out the notices, and then before I could leave, I had to make sure that I also finished breaking down the couch that was next to the dumpster as well. Don't tell me I don't do anything around here when I do my absolute hardest and best to do everything by myself because you don't want to help. You don't want to help me. all well and good. It's all well and good, you know, you're gonna have broken glass and stuff where I'm throwing it now. People can complain all they want to because you want to complain at me for something. I'm upset, if you can tell already. I'm upset because you want to come at me sideways. Come at me sideways, you can have a sideways attitude back. I'm telling you this right now. I know that this kind of seems like I'm complaining and stuff about stuff. I'm releasing my thoughts and everything. Hopefully, if you're in my situation with somebody that acts that way and has an attitude like that, there's always going to be that one asshole that doesn't do stuff like this. Blame you for everything. Look, 1,000 sheets, 5,000 sheets actually just exploded in my file. Sorry, you might have heard me taking a leak in the background. My bad. Sorry, I'm taking a break real quick. I'm taking a breather because, again, once again, I'm sorry for it seems like it's complaining, but you know, it's what I'm having to deal with. They want to complain and stuff, so I have to deal with certain things. So I'm over here. Grab y'all real quick. Turn y'all around. Okay. This is what's left. All right, we got headboard, footboard, baskets, mattress box springs, that stuff right there. The cooker on the top of the stove, counter top, all that right there, and the full trash can right there. We took everything else, tossed it at the bottom of the stairs, right there. All right, so that's what it looks like at the bottom of the stairs, all trashed and everything. Looks bad, doesn't it? I left it up here in the apartment where I knew that it was going to be out of sight, out of mind of everybody driving by. Oh, look, that's a bunch of trash. Okay, I also need to grab these two things right here. So this is what's left right here, the heaviest stuff. That's the stuff at the bottom. That's what I already threw down. That took me 40 minutes just to toss it right there. Now I have to pick it up, and that's going to be another 20, 30 minutes or so picking it up off the ground or more. And taking it all the way to the dumpster. Some of it I'll probably have to go and get some more bags with and put it in. And as you can see, there's a bunch of broken glass now on the ground here and there, spilled out. A couple of bags did explode, so yeah, that is what is going on now. All right, can't complain for certain things not going the way you want it to. Okay, you want to complain about people not doing certain things in the time that you want, and you don't come over here. If you don't come over here and do your job, check to make sure that this is completely empty, like you're supposed to, or whoever comes over here, you need to send somebody over here to come and look, or ask the person that's doing the trash out to make sure that it is completely trashed out and everything before you start scheduling shit. Like I said, you're gonna end up wasting a lot of people's time. Waste people's time. Let's go right ahead. bad at the bottom. Everybody that drives by, oh look, it's a mess. What is that?
This is after it's already been trashed into bags. This is just the part of the taking stuff out of the apartment, part out the door. It's not including taking it all the way to the dumpster and putting it in the dumpster. This is just the trashing out part, getting it out the door. You can already tell how long that takes. As you can see already, 56 minutes, so an hour. It took an hour to take everything, mostly to this door, toss it into the pile. As you can see, that's how bad it is. All right, yeah, stuff literally tossed over. That's how it's done with other places. Some places, can actually have like 4 guys take it all the way to the dumpster all at once, and they're done within about 2 to 3 hours. They're done with the whole thing like this. But again, this is just me by myself doing this. All right, I'm doing this by myself. All right, completely empty. All this is completely empty.
As you can tell, everything's empty. All right. Now we can shut the door and lock it. Need to take that off the door there. Those don't work. No cords. Then we can take a picture. We stop the video here about the trash and everything and what I had to do. All right. I still have to pick it up. Until then, I'll see y'all in the next one, guys. Peace.